Welcome to Still Plays. This is the weekly talk. We're about a week and a half since the last one. I still haven't figured out the best day to do these. This week we're going to be hitting these topics. I'm going to quickly give my thoughts on the Galactic Legends, the content issues with CG in general, how my weekly Hoard is going, what characters I'm gearing before this next Grand Arena and Territory Wars, and any last thoughts that I have on the channel. So, in terms of the Galactic Legends, I'm going to put some bad B-roll in the background while I talk about these. Even though I wasn't participating in the event, it's the most uninterested I've been in new characters since I've been playing the game. With all the other marquee characters that have been released, marquee is the wrong word since the CG already uses that word, with all the other top tier meta characters that are released into the game, I try to get them as quickly as possible, and I see with these Galactic Legends, I don't know when I'm going to get them. They're not going to be characters that I delay the gearing of project characters, side project characters for. Like, I've been wanting to get Django up to Relic for a long time. There's a lot of other characters I want to get up to Relic for Grand Arena, and I don't see me tabling those for pursuing these relics. I'm going to continue as I was thinking, which is just gear these characters up en masse to gear 11, and then figure out from there how to make the most Grand Arena viable teams and gear those characters up to gear 12 in Relic from there. And then in terms of the event itself, it's just really disappointing to see the amount of effort that has gone in. And that ties into the next topic of content. We have nothing, and we don't know what is on the horizon, and the lack of communication has been really profoundly disappointing. I really hope that in the future things change, where they realize the need to just say, hey, it's going to be X amount of time before we say anything. I mean, I run my own business, and that level of communicating with my clients is essential, even if there are going to be long periods of time where they're not seeing results from me. Telling them why they aren't seeing results is important if I want to continue getting business. I don't want to get too bogged down into this type of topic, just because I don't think anyone is too interested in hearing more of it. It's been over a week. I think we've all moved on, and we've seen what these characters are like. I mean, Ray's obviously the one that should be pursued first, and I will very lazily pursue that as my first goal. So here's the status of the weekly Hoard. I think I'm going to update this in the future rounds where I show where I finished off with gear after I geared up character, because this is all pre-gearing the characters that I do later in the video. So I've basically got myself close to where I was last week after gearing up a bunch of characters for that last round of Grand Arena. Or Territory, whatever the timing of that was. Still needing to work on a few things, but I'm trying to get everything up to about a staging ground of 250 pieces. And then from there, depending on the need of those gear pieces, increasing that. I want to maximize my flexibility moving forward, really hoping for some Mandalorian content or something in the future where I can just use a bunch of this gear on something new that comes out. In terms of how I am dealing with my projects, it's the same thing, just moving everything up to this gear 11 staging ground. Right here is that flex point between the top 80, and I'm really just trying to push up these characters the characters that I use every day in Grand Arena into that top 80 and push out some of the characters that I don't. So this week, with territory battles going on, I'm just going to take my Geonosians, a couple of them, up to Gear 12. The ones particularly that relate to fleets, since I'm shifting over to Malevolence from Negotiator. I've been holding off on these guys just because I've been working on another Lowish Viable Teams video for the Wat Tambor mission. You can do it with these guys here. Just a Gear 12 GBA, and the rest can be Gear 11. How I mod those characters and how I approach that mission from a Gear 11 standpoint, or primarily Gear 11 standpoint. I was holding off for that prior to gearing these characters up, but now I'm going to finally do that so I can now do the Acklay mission, because this is not nearly enough for Acklay. I think, though, I'm holding off on Spy, Soldier, and Sunfac can easily be brought up, though I'm bringing down my stun cuffs, which I've been trying to be more careful with, because they bother me these days more than the stun guns. Just because I'm willing to spend get on stun guns, and I'm not willing to do that with stun cuffs. Really want to do Django. So that's those two characters. I think I'm only gearing one more character this week. I want to get Sergeant a little stronger. I want to start getting Cody and Sergeant ready for the light side geos, and I want to have him a little bit stronger for Grand Arena so I can use him with Shock T. Right now, he is the weak link with really splitting up my gas and Shock T. What did I use that for? Oh, I must have... Okay. Let's see if we have some easy pieces I can throw on Sergeant. Not doing that one. This is a lot for Gear 10. That I'm fine with. I don't really... I'm going to do this one. I don't really want to use those Omegas right now. I'm more wanting to shift into getting Hux ready. I don't think I'm going to get him ready for this first week of Grand Arena. I think the second week of Grand Arena, I have him ready to go. Not ready to go, but I'll get him to a usable level. I've got him to 5 stars. Really, until I have some of the later gear ready, I'm going to hold off on him. And then I think I'm holding that to my gearing for the week. I don't want to really eat into my Hoard much more than I just did. But I will update in the future how I'm going to show the difference between week to week that wasn't shown in this information here. So that's all I'm touching on this week. With the self-isolation and the amount of work that I've been having to do from home and away from clients, I've been fairly light on videos, but there's a few things I'm going to be wanting to get out in the next week now that Grand Arena is starting up again. I just feel like there's more engagement on YouTube and in the channel in general when Grand Arena is going on. Be safe out there. Be excellent to each other. Thank you.